Good morning, or afternoon, or evening. Well, it really depends when you're watching. Welcome to If My Heart Had Wings. I'm your host today, as always, Lynx. And we are going to be playing a game. Which seems to be an absolute banger. It took me way too long to get into it. So, let us go. Ageha is here for some reason. Early in the morning, the doorbell chimed. So I went to open it and there I saw... Ageha. Exactly. What are you doing here? Yes, as I told you. She remarked as she saw me wearing an apron. Ageha focused on the words student dormitory as if questioning their suitability as she gazed at the magnificent entrance. I was surprised too, to think that I would become the caretaker of the place that we used to sneak into when we were kids. Why did you come here? I asked while guessing that perhaps she had come to invite me to walk to school with her. She's, after all, my #1 best friend. Supposedly. Oh! It's not me! I was wrong! Oh my god! Miss Alul! Beauty-san? Ah, no, it's nothing, no worries. While blushing due to a misunderstanding, I look back towards Kotori's room. My dog is barking for no freaking reason as well. Looks like she still hasn't woken up. Even if she gets up now and takes her time eating breakfast, she can still make it with time to spare. Why are you barking? That's how it's done. Say what? Do you want a breakfast then? I mean, given that I'm probably preparing it right now. I guess that answers my question. I mean, there is still some left. You know, I can understand. Yes. I have that reaction sometimes too. You're joking, right? I only gave you a little bit. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea. Oh, yeah, I guess. Kanako ate the whole thing again this morning for... Kanako is great. How's the taste? I kinda hope Kanako has a root as well. Really? We should go after the senpai. With good food, it tastes good no matter how much you eat. Oh, if only you knew. An unrefined palate. It should hit me like a bolt of lightning. I hung my head in dismay. The truth is... Ageha had revealed the reason why since yesterday the boarders hadn't been eating my cooking properly. I thought I'd ask her opinion, which is why I made Ageha some food and got her to eat it. It was made from leftover ingredients anyway. This guy is crazy. Who eats something like that on breakfast? I mean, who eats pasta in the morning to begin with? Just pasta. That's a dinner thing. Whatever. Cooking for girls is so difficult. Boy or girl, we're all human. Tasty is tasty. That's what I believed. I mean, we have one of them eating anyway, so Just as I was seriously troubled by this, I heard the squeaking of turning wheels coming from down the hallway. First, Hatto, the duck, came into the dining hall, then Kotori came in after him. It's the opposite to usual. Kotori rubbed her sleepy eyes and started preparing Hatto's food. It somehow looked as if the hungry Hatto had woken her up. You wish. Not understanding her words, Hatto quacks happily as Kotori speaks to him and eats his food. I think he understood. Kotori notices that Ageha is here and instantly opens up her eyes. She's perfectly fine. In a way. To do what? To do what? What do you mean? Oh. Kotori gave a and made another one of those straight faces she's so good at. Well, a lot of people claim that to be true. Yeah, a lot of people claim that to be true. It is. It is. It so is. Kotori said with a straight face and turned her wheelchair around. Just as she was about to leave, she stopped the wheelchair and turned around. Yeah, we're apparently childhood friends. How dare you! It looks like she is even more of a bad attitude this morning. However, she did say she was going to go to school. We'll look into that. After tidying up the breakfast things, I left the dormitory with Ageha. On our way to school, somehow our conversation turned to Kotori. Is there a reason why she stopped coming to school? That's so like I had to worry about this sort of thing. If there are any people who don't really fit into the group or are left out, she won't just ignore them. Okay. In the past, that's why she started to play with Mabu, so it could have been for the same reason. I mean, in a way, it's also fine. Yeah, I can imagine that somehow. Well, I mean, just don't care about their opinion. So it's our little fault. When Ageha reminded herself what happened back then, she wearily slouched forward. Ageha is cheerful and has many friends. Kotori, who didn't respond to Ageha's concerns about her, might have been seen as the one in the wrong by those around them. Oh, so since then she stopped coming to school?
そういうこと。いやー、あの時のハバネさんすごかったよ。クラスの女子全員を向こうに回して全然負けてなかったね。
Nice. Agha is waving her arms around like someone from a kung fu movie and passionately tells the story. I decided not to ask her what kind of heroic deeds took places or for any specific details. Well, I didn't expect that. Even just by saying something in a slightly harsh way, she gets all tearful.
なんでハバネさん、うちの学校に来たんだろう。
I don't know, because if the buildings are super new and are convenient for the situation she's in, it was even said. For technically you didn't say that, but well, it's kinda obvious.
だって授業も全然楽しそうじゃないし、友達も作ろうとしないし。
Again, what I literally just said. How many schools do you are out there that would be, let's say, sort of accommodating to the situation she's in? Anyway. The only reason I could think of it is that it might be because it has full disabled access. Dude, my brain is on fire. In fact, that could be the main reason.
ああ、なんかしてあげられることないかな。
No. You don't have anything to do anything about this. This is my turf. Looking at Agha from the side as she puts her hands behind her head and starts thinking things over, I remember the withdrawal notice that I picked up last night. On the spur of the moment, I decided not to give it back and acted like I knew nothing about it. Is she really planning to drop out? It somehow felt like I had picked some heavy piece of lost property. The of us both made troubled faces as walked. A quite strange commotion surrounded us. Most of the other students around us on their way to school were looking in the same direction. Over there was a tall, slender, beautiful girl walking along. Oh, it's her! It was the girl I met in the garage. Everyone was looking at her with curiosity, but it seemed that she hadn't noticed that other people were looking at her. I was looking at her in the same way as everyone else, but Agha took the way I was looking the wrong way.
Ho ho! さすがお目が高い。
Of course I do. What did you expect?
あの人は
If women can have higher standards, so can men.
超留年生。望月あまね先輩よ。
What do you mean super repeat student? What do you mean? Is she repeating class? Super repeat student, what?
そう。もう何年も留年してるんだって。
Welcome to the university, by the way, basically. You will find people like that. Is she that stupid? No, she's not stupid. Come on, you've seen she's been... Okay, he didn't realize, but she's been designing gliders and so on. I wonder if that's why she's repeating, basically. Because she's so focused on that only. Anyway, she doesn't look kidful.
どっちかっていうと天才？成績トップとかそういう次元じゃなくて、先生ももう教えることは何もないっていうか、たまに教えてもらいに行ってるとかなんとか。
Damn! I want her. She's my goal. She's so my goal now. I always knew that. I always knew, man. It's always the senpais. Anyway, cleverer than the teachers. Does our school really deal in such a specialized fields?
それなのになぜか卒業せず学校に居座ってるの。計画的に単位を落としてわざと留年してるんだって。
Gee, I'm so glad I walked out with Doc earlier because it started raining again now. Whoo, lucky! She plans a way to drop credits and intentionally repeats the year. Yo, by the way, you know what? I think that would make me a genius when it comes to English. That's what I did in high school. Because when we entered high school, they were like, okay, so we'll divide you into two groups. One will be higher level, other will be lower level. We'll take a test right now. I'm like, okay. You know what? Let's do a little tricksy doodles. And I went with the test to be in a lower level group. Yeah. And then third year of the exams. Boom! I think I had 99% on the standard test and 90 on the like supposedly harder one or something like that. I'm not sure exactly. Basically around 90. But yes, I was somehow the only person who, at least when it comes to my class, maxed out the speaking part as well. That's why I'm here, kind of. Not really. To be fair, I started YouTube after I graduated high school, so yeah. I should have started this way earlier, not gonna lie. But yeah, basically I was capable of intentionally getting myself into not really supposedly, I mean the level was kinda crap in that group, not gonna lie. But I intentionally got myself into the lower level group. Because I didn't need anything. I mean, I literally didn't need the lessons. That was a fact. Anyway, because as I happen to do sometimes, I versed of the game, huh?
本来規則で認められているよりも余分に留年してるから超留年生。
Is there a limit? I mean, I wouldn't know. I only know about, you know, getting the supposed lower level classes. I don't know about repeating. I've never repeated anything. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. The truth is, I had to repeat one subject at university, yes. And not really entire subject. Just the supposed practical thing, which was a project. Because fuck the freaking mongrel that was the responsible for grading us and so on. Hope he ends up in a ditch, but whatever. But yeah, the theory I could pass because I've managed to convince, alongside with some other fellow students, convince the actual lecturer to let us pass the exam now instead of doing the next year and so on and so on. But we'll just do the projects and so on like the next year and so on and so on. Anyway, I had to pay money for that if I think it was like around 80 euro. Something like that. Anyway.
けど珍しいな。朝の通学路で見かけるなんて。
How so? What do you mean? I don't know if she's a genius or not, but she definitely seems like a pretty weird person. I like her already. I already liked her earlier, but I like her now as well. Hello. Did she recognize me? Then, abruptly, super repeat student, senior Amane Mochizuki stopped walking and looked at the sky. Everyone else mimicked her and looked up too. A jet plane flying through the blue sky, pulling its vapor trail along behind it. Okay. She's into that. Everyone soon realized it was a plane and quickly lost interest and started walking again. However, Amane Mochizuki kept on standing there, looking up at the plane flying high in the sky. When people came from behind and avoided her like she was in their way, she didn't pay any attention to them either. I want to talk to her. Sure. I want to ask if she likes planes. Damn it! Kotori arrived just as our morning homeroom class finished.
遅くなりました。
ハバネ、もう体調の方はいいのか？
はい、おかげさまで。
そうか、心配してたんだぞ。
Where are you for? Where are you, or are you just saying that, teacher? Kotori went past the homeroom teacher, who seemed bewildered that she had come back to school all of a sudden, then, still in her wheelchair, arrived at their desk. Well, obviously. The desk right at the front was the only one that didn't have a chair. Everyone looked puzzled.
私は動物園の動物じゃないわ。
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons, I guess. We can assume she doesn't want to be there and so on. Now that Kotori was in a school, she started her cool allure routine again. She concentrated during the lesson and answered the teacher's questions easily when asked. It seems like her grades in regular subjects are top class! During recess, she sat at her desk, reading a book or going off somewhere. She didn't try to talk to anyone, and even if Age had tried to speak to her, she acted like she hadn't noticed. The other girls in the class looked like they were worried about how they should treat her and watched her from a distance. During gym class, the way she looked on board left an impression on me. She always looked like she was all alone and didn't seem to be enjoying herself very much. Oi! Kotori! At lunchtime, I found Kotori, carrying her bag about to leave the classroom, and I chased her down the hallway. It's lunchtime, you know? What are you doing? Whoosh! Suddenly, Kotori dashed away at an unbelievable speed. What? Hey! In the heat of the moment, I tried to chase her, but I thought I would bump into passing students, and I was too slow to start moving. Chase! Chase! In the meantime, Kotori had already gotten inside the elevator. Alright, it's time to check out how our leg muscles are. We are going to jump down to speed things up. No, we won't. According to school rules, most students are not allowed to use the elevator, but... well, obviously she would be allowed to. For again, this school is nicely designed, I would say. And there is that slope, sort of. Nice. It was only supposed to be used by workers or teachers carrying big loads, or disabled students like Kotori. You know what? I mean, I think it was different, but now I kinda would like to have a look at the school of From a Sky Full of Stars. School where Hime was going to. And I'm not saying it's the same or anything. I'm saying it's, in a way, maybe similar? Which would be fine by me, to be honest. Honestly. Listen, this is, I believe, by an indie dev, right? So, reusing certain backgrounds, absolutely fine with me. But I'm curious if this was the school where Hime was going to Honoka as well, and later on Corona. Sadly, it seems like right now I can do that because I do think I have the files on an external drive. Anywho. Even so, I chased after her, only for her doors to close mercilessly in front of me. Through the glass, the one with the self-proclaimed cool allure stuck her tongue out and headed to the floor below as I stood and watched. You're not getting away! I ran and made it to the second school gates. Second? Where did I get the second from? School gates. She was holding her back. It seemed like she was trying to leave early, so I went to cut her off. However, I can deny the possibility that her lunch is in the bag. Maybe I got the wrong idea. If that's not it, then what could be the problem? I wished over the school gates like some guardian statue. I was crushed into by something in the bag, in other words, from outside the school gates. What was that? I got up and felt like I was crawling out from under an avalanche. Then I saw a big cardboard box and a girl that had fallen over. Are you okay? That's a new voice, I think. No. Oh, it's... Senpai! Oh. I looked at her as I got up, and we all think I thought I was going to say the super repeat student, but I held my tongue. I'm alright. As she says that, the super repeating super senior holds onto the big cardboard box. Do you need help with this? Yes, you do. She went to lift it up, but then Senior Amane Mochizuki slumped down, exhausted.
空腹による一時的なパフォーマンスの低下が著しい。
I'll help you carry it. It's so heavy. The big card box is incredibly heavy.
いいんだ。自分で運べるから。
Come on, it's no big deal. I said as I went to pick it up anyway.
ありがとう。
Scoring points. Let's go. She's my girl, man. I can tell you already that she's my girl. Is this okay here? I don't know what's in it, but we put the heavy card box on the floor.
悪いな。手伝ってもらって。
I like her. In case you didn't realize by now. It's alright. Anyway, Senor, if you're hungry. She was staring towards the inside of the garage. Senor! Senpai! I find myself copying her and looking in the same direction. Inside. What's Kotori? What's she doing here? She's by the big thing placed in the center of the garage and is trying to lift up the sheet to see what's underneath.
それに興味があるのかい?
Kotori is surprised when Amane speaks to her. Kotori seems intimidated and nods. Amane vigorously pulls back the sheet. Oh, a duck! Inside is a white, streamlined aircraft. Kotori looked at it dazed. I say, wow! As I let a small surprise sound slip out.
これ、もしかしてグライダー? ああ、そうだ。
Amanda nodded and Kotori cautiously moved her head closer to the aircraft. Even in the dimly lit garage, the glider's white body had a glossy shine to it, and faintly reflected Kotori's face. I moved towards it to take a closer look. Is this the one that we saw from the windmill here?
多分そう。
The smooth surface looks like it was made from plastic. However, it is hard to detach. The wings had been removed and for now it was just the body. I would not be surprised if you put the wings back when you're outside, right?
コックピットはこんな風になってるんだ。
This is amazing! Hello. We started talking to each other at some point, but then finally realized who it was we were talking to. Hey yo! So why were you running away just now? She calmly ignores my question, but then hurriedly tries to escape, so I go ahead to block her. I won't let you get away. Why did you come here for? You're not here to eat lunch, are you?
意地悪なやつが校門で見張ってたからここに隠れてたのよ。
So she really was trying to leave early.
知り合いかい?
Amanda was listening carefully to our conversation. Yes. The answer is yes. Yes. Finally someone admitting my cooking is great. Amanda was wolfing down a Neapolitan pasta lunchbox, and Kotori and I both had a face that seemed to say, wow! And looked on amazement. Why would we say, wow?
なんでかな。美人にこういうことされるとすごいがっかりする。
I think I understand why I like her as well. She has a little bit of Orihime as well in her. Yep. Anyway. She didn't know that when she was eating ice cream like a crazy idiot, I had the same reaction when I was watching her. By the way, the thing that Amane was eating was the lunchbox that I had brought. Yeah. As usual, the boarders hadn't eaten the breakfast I had made for them, so I packed it as my lunch. I had made 2 lunchboxes. One was for me. As for the other one, I thought that if Kotori was going to go to school, she might have found it difficult at lunchtime, so I was worried about her and brought another lunchbox. That's why I was chasing her. From now on, I guess we'll have to prepare 3. If she didn't need it, I thought that I might eat them both myself. You know. But then she ran away before I could ask her.
でもいいのか君のお弁当全部食べてしまって
Absolutely. I have no problem with that. Ask Temane, although she'd already eaten most of it before asking. I've already eaten my one. I was hungry during morning recess, so I had lunch early. Relieved to hear my answer, Amane continues to enjoy the cold Neapolitan pasta.
おいしいなちゃんとしたご飯を食べるのは久しぶりだ
Wait, didn't you have anything to eat after I saw you yesterday? I only gave her one piece of bread. Amane stopped moving her chopsticks and took a good look at my face. She didn't even realize, huh? Damn it! But do good! It's good! It's going to be a challenge! Let's go!
もしかして君は昨日パンをくれた人か
You've only just realized!
いや昨日は集中していたからな
She really is weird. I have no problem with that.
そうか君は2度も私を救ってくれたのか
Yes. Wait a second. I'm here for 3 days. And in a way you could say I saved someone 3 times already. You know, the Kotori with the tire earlier in the very beginning. Anyway. She looked at me with eyes that sparkled like a little kid's. If she were a dog, her tail would definitely be wagging like crazy.
君からパンをもらったのが約20時間前でそれ以前に遡るなら最後に食事をとったのはおよそ70時間前になる
Are you being serious? Okay, we are going to the dorm, you are going to eat a bit more. I counted on my fingers. That's by basically 3 days. There are 24 hours in a day. Basically 3 days. What a freak. That's 3 days ago, woman!
太陽圏の豚骨ラーメン全部のせを食べたスープが濃厚で美味しかった
She recalls this and her face looks like she's about to start drooling. Why don't you eat? Are you on a diet?
忘れていた
Huh? What? What?
考え事をしていると他のことをよく忘れるんだ私はバカだからな
Amanda replied with pride. I'd prefer it if she didn't compare it to when people forget things because they're hungry.
ここでグライダーを作っているんですか
Building a glider considers herself stupid. What?
ああ
Are you doing that here? Like, here?
ソアリング部の部室兼ガレージだが
Soaring Club. Soaring Club, you say? I was familiar with that name. What's soaring? Like gliding, basically, right?
上昇気流に乗ってグライダーで飛ぶことをソアリングと言うんだ
Flying a glider by riding the rising air currents. I kind of get it, but on the other hand, I don't get it. So the aim of the club is to make and fly a glider.
そういうことになる
な So this garage is used for club activities after all. Even so, it's pretty spacious.
グライダーって飛行機みたいなものなんでしょ自分で作れるものなのああ作れるさそれが人工物である以上人に作れないものはないはずだが
She's not wrong. I have a feeling that's not what she's asking. However, I'm gonna answer the question in all seriousness.
どうやって作るのそうだなそれを説明するなら実際に作ってみた方が早い
Hold on a moment. Hold on, I said, as someone slared out the last of the Neapolitan with extremely bad manners. Wiping around her mouth with tissue, she started rummaging through a desk drawer.
あれはどこに行ったかな
Does she mean to make a paper plane? Being inside the drawer, I somehow get the impression that the man is a typical disorganized person. Rather than things being put away, it was more like they were stuffed in. That's not me.
これだ。
That's not me. But I don't mind that as well. The thing that Amanda had taken out was a paper airplane construction kit made using cardboard. Oh.
さあ、作ってみてくれ。
Well, thinking Kotori and I looked at each other. Go ahead. I feel that manufacturing glider and making a paper airplane are completely different things. Double L. But for now, I'll try doing as she says. Using a glue and a craft knife, in about 10 minutes we had finished the paper plane. Okay, boxes are technically paper, yeah. But you know.
できたわ。
Hold on. Amanda takes the plane that Kotori had made and takes a good look. Maybe. Then she threw it. The paper plane floated gently as it flew and landed near the wall on the other side of the garage.
綺麗にまっすぐ飛んだ。いい機体だ。
Please don't test the one I prepare. I actually am incapable of making good planes. Kotori seems embarrassed at being complimented.
飛行機にはいろんな種類がある。ジャンボジェットや小型セスナ、戦闘機、そして今投げた紙飛行機。それらはみんな同じ原理で飛ぶんだ。
I mean, paper airplanes and jumbo jets are the same.
ああ、原理は同じ。翼を使って空気に浮かび飛行する。
Kotori and I both tilted our heads in puzzlement. We all had a skeptical look on our faces. I can understand that a light paper airplane can fly by riding the wind, but it's hard to imagine that a giant hunk of metal can float in the sky on the same principle. Yeah, it can. There must be some other method that allows it to fly. I mean, it also has engines, but still. Amanda goes to pick up the paper airplane that she had just thrown.
これをよく見てほしい。君たちが知っている飛行機とこの紙飛行機、違いはどこにある？
I mean, the size and the material?
人が乗るかどうかも違うわ。そうだな。あとはエンジンがあるかないかくらいか。
Told you.
逆に言えばその他は同じだ。そこに飛行の原理がある。
I was saying about the engines.
一般的な飛行機はだいたいこれと同じパーツからできている。まずは胴体。次に主翼。
Okay.
水平尾翼。
Okay.
垂直尾翼。
Oh.
多少突飛な形状をした飛行機でもだいたい同じパーツか、あるいは同じ役割をする別のパーツによって構成されている。
Okay. By the way, right now, we probably already have way more knowledge than those people working at... What's that company that makes the freaking airplanes now? That went basically, oh, we need diversity, blah blah blah. Instead of people who actually know how to craft airplanes. So basically now we already have more knowledge than them. Anyway. When she puts it like that, I guess she's right. I never paid that much attention to it for.
ところで、飛行機がなぜ空気に浮くのか知っているかい？揚力があるからよ。そうだ。揚力とは
I thought that.
流体の中にある翼に働く力のうち、流れの方向に対して垂直な成分のことを言う。
Okay. I look baffled again and Abamne smiled a little and rephrases.
つまり、空気が翼を浮き上がらせようとする力のことだ。
Uh-huh.
揚力はここ。主翼によって生み出される。翼に前から風が当たると、空気は翼の上と下に分かれて流れていくことになる。
I can just imagine the wings cutting the air like a blade.
この時、翼の上側と下側で気流の速度に差が生じると、流れの速い側の圧力が下がるんだ。
Okay.
ベルヌイの定理ね。
Why does Bernoulli sound familiar to me? I have no clue. I'm on the nuts. Standing beside her, I'm a little freaked out as she so easily comes out with the word Bernoulli. And I'm here like, why do I know that name? What the hell is that?
授業で習ったでしょ
Were we? We didn't learn that at my school. Maybe.
だから飛行機の翼は上面の空気
Did I learn about it at my
設
school?
計されている。上面側の圧力を下げるためだ。
I need to find out if I did learn about this now. Effect Bernoulli. I honestly don't know why I know the name, but I don't remember this stuff at all. It's kind of funny. It looks kind of like... Huh. I don't know why I find it familiar. From the name at least. But I don't know like the equation or anything now that I looked at it. Faster upper side, lower pressure. Got it.
そうすることで相対的に仮面の圧力が高まり空気が翼を持ち上げようとするんだ。
So the air lifts the wings up. It's a phenomenon that's hard to suddenly imagine. So that's Bernoulli's theorem. I want to ask you to say yes.
それともう一つ、翼の上面を流れた空気は翼面によって下へ曲げられ後方に吹き下ろしを生じさせる。
Okay. As she explains, Habane is drawing a cross-section of a wing. According to that, an airplane's wings are flat at the bottom and the top is shaped like a mountain. So it seems like it is semicircular. Apparently the air on the upper side flows along the raised, curved surface and then bends to flow downwards. As for the question of why the air flows along the raised surface, it can only be said that this is because of the nature of the air. Or so it would seem.
この吹き下ろしはニュートンの第三
I know
法
this
則に
one.
よって同じだけの反作用を翼に与え上方に持ち上げようとする。
Yeah, Newton is basically like a basics of physics in Poland. The reaction lifts up the wing.
重たいバスケットボールを地面に叩きつけようとしたら体がふわっと浮く感じがするでしょ
I mean, I wouldn't call it heavy exactly, but yeah.
それと同じことよ。
Does that mean that when the wing drops in the air, the reaction causes it to float?
それら揚力が機体の重量を上回った時飛行機は空を飛ぶことができる。たとえそれが総重量数百トンに及ぶジャンボ旅客機でもね。
Theoretically, that may be so, but I still couldn't imagine how enough lift to cause a several hundred-ton airplane to take off could be created. Well, that's when the engines come in, right? However, airplanes do actually fly in the sky.
揚力を生み出してくれるこの主翼は飛行機が空に浮かぶために必要なパーツというわけだ。
Well, yeah, but, well, engines are also important in here, but... Alright, let me leave it to her. Anyway, I don't know if I understand or not. However, I understood that the main wings are the most important part.
次に尾翼だが、垂直と水平と2つある。これらは空中で機体の姿勢を安定させるためについている。
Makes sense.
飛行機は空中に浮いているから、地面に立つ我々よりもいつだって不安定なんだ。
Got it.
まっすぐ上を向いてるのが垂直尾翼。横方向の動きを安定させる。主翼と同じ向きに横に伸びているのが水平尾翼。
Okay.
こっちは縦の動き。つまり頭の上げ下げを安定させてくれる。
Alright.
これがないと紙飛行機もまっすぐには飛んでくれない。
I just realized, by the way, just make games that can teach you stuff like that. I'm in. I would have even better grades. Not like my grades were that great, but I see. So that's why they have small wings on the tail.
そしてボディ。ここは飛ぶこととは直接関係がないな。
But if you don't have this, there is nowhere to attach the wings, I guess.
以上が飛行機の基本形。これはずっと昔、ライト兄弟の時代から変わらない。
Yep. People will not be able to fly, and the brothers took this personally. Since that long ago. But the Wright brothers were the first people in the world to fly a plane, right? Mm-hmm. So nothing has changed since the very first one was made.
ライト兄弟は動力を積んだ飛行機で飛んだ最初の人たちだ。グライダーはそれ以前から飛んでいたぞ。
Less or more successfully? Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I always thought that the Wright brothers were the first to fly. No.
翼の役割を知りたければ、この紙飛行機で試してみるといい。
To fly, yes, not to glide. Yeah, anyway.
例えば、そうだな。垂直尾翼を少し曲げて。それ。
The plane that Amane threw curved gently as it flew.
さらに、主翼のここの部分を少し曲げれば。
I feel like now it would be nice if you did what you did in the game that was released later, so a sky full of stars. Give us that plane on the side and point exactly at what is being banned. Like a sky full of stars had this cool thing with the stars basically being shown, and whatever we were exactly looking at was marked with red color, I think. Anyway, she bent the left and right wings, main wings, so that they twisted at the back. This time the plane twisted as it flew. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Seeing this, Kotori started to adjust the tailplane on her own paper airplane. Full of confidence, Kotori threw the paper airplane. Whoa! It did a beautiful loop-the-loop before landing. That's cool. It did a loop-a-loop, huh? Kotori and I both got really engrossed in adjusting the wings and playing around. Some of the paper airplanes displayed some mid-air aerobatics, and other times they didn't fly at all and crashed in the ground. However, by trying it for ourselves, we were able to get a real understanding of the role of the wings. So by just changing the shape of the wings a little, you can make them fly many different ways.
実際の飛行機には補助翼などの小さな翼がついている。それらを調節することで機体を操作するんだ。
Sorry. As she explained, Amane moved to the side of the garage. Then she lovingly laid her hand on the glider.
このグライダーにはエンジンはついていない。
Kind of expected that.
紙飛行機を大きく頑丈にしてコックピットを取り付けただけのものなんだ。
Kotori and I looked at the paper airplane in our hands. I imagined riding and flying it through the sky. This is just like the fantasies I envisioned as a kid. The glider in front of me was the real thing.
どうだ？作れそうな気がしてきただろ？
I mean, but it doesn't have an engine. How does it fly? Paper airplanes gain thrust by being thrown by people.
風に乗って飛ぶんだ。
Both I and Kotori gazed at the white aircraft. That day we saw this flying from the windmill hill. Ride in the wind. That expression expresses it so perfectly the way it flew so smoothly and calmly.
風に乗って。
Amane nods happily.
そして上昇気流に乗ってどこまでも舞い上がる。どこまでも？ああ、雲の上にだって行けるんだぞ。雲の上
？Kotori looked at the aircraft with an expression of disbelief. I also couldn't imagine that this thing flying above the clouds. Have you been there? Above the clouds?
それがな。
Suddenly her mood drops.
組み上がったのがついこの間で、ようやくテストフライトにこぎつけたんだが。あの時だ。
Kotori and they reacted by exchanging glances.
強度が足りなかったみたいで、途中で主翼が折れてしまった。
Uh-oh. So you mean...
危ないところだった。もし完全に折れていたら、湖に落ちて死んでいたかもな。
She laughed as she spoke.
また作り直さないといけない。私は手先があまり器用じゃないからな。それと一部のケーキが故障してるのも分かったんだが、代わりの部品が手に入らなくて困っている。自分で作っちゃえばいいんじゃないの？
Kotori said that so easily. At a school where things like this are taught, they have all the equipment you need to make everything, from a screw to an aircraft.
そうもいかなくてな。
Habane with a troubled look on her face took some broken parts from a drawer.
ダイヤフラムといって待機速度計に組み込まれている部品なんだが、特注品でこれを作った工場がとっくの昔に潰れてしまっているんだ。
Oh. Kotori and I gazed at the parts in the palm of Habane's hand. It certainly looks like it wouldn't be easy to make. Maybe it's the kind of thing that can be made in a town factory. There might be something that can be done about it. Habane's eyes light up as I quietly mumble.
本当か?
Hey? I mean, I don't know until I ask, but I know someone like that.
頼む。それがないと本当に困るんだ。
We are going to save her again. Okay. I'll try asking next time I see him. Can I borrow this?
ありがとう。君に救われるのはこれで3度目だ。
Suddenly she gives me a full-on hug and we're even cheek to cheek. Heaven. Heaven.
ありがとう。ありがとう。
I mean, you can thank me once I've actually got it.
そういえばそうだったな。でもご飯のお礼も兼ねているんだ。だからもう一回感謝の気持ちを表させてくれ。
No, enough, that's enough, seriously.
そうか?
No, come on, man! What is wrong with you? Man! Come on! Kotori was sullenly glaring at me. I'm disappointed with you, in you, Aoi. I wonder if this will really fly. Kotori and I both gazed at the glider with the same look on our faces.
ところで君たち。
So?
もしグライダーに興味があるのなら、その。
Someone is trying to scout us. The bell rings, interrupting Habane. She flinches in surprise and quickly turns her back to us. If we're interested, what is it?
いや、いいんだ。忘れてくれ。
If we're interested, somehow it seems she's avoiding something. Habane senpai.
なんだ?
Can I come and see you again?
ああ、もちろんだ。興味があるならいつでも来てくれ。
Hell yeah. I have to bring her those parts as well.
君もまた見に来てくれ。
As Kotori nods, Habane grins as she nods back. She's really beautiful, but her smile somehow makes her look like a little kid. I didn't say that, okay? It was written. It doesn't make her look like that. Alright, shall we go back to the classroom? I started pushing Kotori's wheelchair and decided to start walking.
どこ連れて行く気?
The classroom, of course.
やだ、やめて。私お腹空いてるの。お昼食べてないから。
Oh, you reap what you sow.
やだってもう。押さないで。
I brought Kotori with me against her wishes and we returned to the classroom. We'll be back, senpai. For sure.
Aoi!
Someone called for me. I went back to the dormitory and someone called out to me when I was at the gate.
Aoi.
Tatsuya, who's that? Anchan! Oh! When I saw who it was, my level of enthusiasm went up by 500%! Standing there was Anchan. I was thinking about going to see you tomorrow or somewhere.
お前に早く会いたくて仕事抜けてきちまった。
Nah.
久しぶりだな、葵。
Anchan ruffles my hair. Yeah, stop that, will ya? Completely ignoring my attempts to resist, Anchan gives me a nudgy, grinding my hair round and around. I think my hair is probably messed up pretty badly, which I'll be fine with. This is Tatsuya Igarashi, commonly known as Anchan. He's a child friend of Aga and mine, and is like a real big brother to us. That was actually explained already. But whatever. He's much older than us, but we used to play together a lot as kids. Ah, jeez, man, you're messing up my hair.
悪い。昔を思い出してついな。
I'm the weird type of guy, but not necessarily, but I had like a lot of... I don't have anymore kind of thing. I had a lot of friends that were older than me, and that's because, again, I was in a football club, so I knew a ton of them. Yeah. What can you say? Anywho. You haven't changed either, Anchan. Still the same as before.
おいおい、それ褒め言葉じゃないぞ。
Oh, isn't it?
そうさ。人は人どころに停滞してちゃいけない。変わっていくもんだ。
What Anchan says is true, but to me, I'd rather Anchan just stays the same as he is now. As I think about that, Anchan is all of a sudden has a kind look on his face.
足、もういいのか?
Well, I mean, enough for everyday life.
そうか。大変だったな。
It's no big deal. I can have a normal life like this. On top of that, I had you there to watch me in the race where I tried the hardest.
あれはいいレースだったな。表彰台に乗ったお前、かっこよかったぞ。
I came third for. It's basically the second to first loser. Anyway, in my previous school, I was in the cycle racing club. We know. In the fun race of the first grade, I was able to take the third place spot on the podium. It was my best result. For that race, Anchan traveled a long way to come and watch me.
3位でも立派だ。
Yeah. Because of Anchan's kindness, I felt a little tearful. He sensed how I was feeling and started to mess up my hair again. This time it wasn't so rough.
今はここの寮母をやってるんだってな。
Yeah.
飛び魚はそうか。懐かしいな。
We used to play here a lot. We could come sneaking in. Or would, sorry.
ああ、そうだったな。
That wasn't what Anchan was talking about just now, huh?
ところで、あの子もここの寮生か?
Someone was hiding in the shadow of the gate. Kotori! It looked like she couldn't get past because Anchan and I were in the way. She could have just spoke to us normally, but instead she was hiding and watching us.
こんにちは、お嬢さん。
こんにちは。
Kotori was still being cautious but returned the greeting. Then we got out of her way and then went into her composed... She went into her composed mode and entered the dormitory.
あの子、ここの子だったのか。
Correct. You know her?
ああ、時々街で見かける。うちの工場の近くにでかい犬がいるだろう。
Oh, that was on her list. Pedigree. There is a big dog that goes by that name. I'm sure it was a Saint Bernard.
昨日はペディグリーの近くをうろうろしてたな。
Was she by any chance trying to stroke his head?
ああ、そんな感じだった。食い物をあげたりしてたんだが、あの犬、飼い主の餌以外食べないからな。
Nice. That's actually very good. That's good training, by the way. In a way, I did not even to be fair trained, but my dog does the same thing. Like, for example, a neighbor or, you know, someone who walks the dog tries to give my dog a treat or whatever, he's like, nope. Which I'm glad about. Means basically some trashy person would try that, he'd be like, go freak yourself. Anyway, as I thought. That was in the things I want to do list. Strode ahead of the big dog in the neighborhood. It's really scary, but it might be unexpectedly friendly. If possible, I'd like to ride around on its back. So she was skipping school to go and do things like that, Well, I'll forget about Kotori for now.
とにかくおかえり葵
Good to be back, Anchan. I seemed a little embarrassed as I answered, and Anchan grinned at me.
困ったことがあったら遠慮なく頼れ俺はお前らのアンちゃんなんだからな
Parting with those words, Anchan turned to leave. Oh, that's right, Anchan! I know this a bit soon, but I have a favor to ask. I took the parts that Amane had left with me out of my bag. Along with it was a memo with the dimensions and so on written down. I need some parts the same as these. Would you be able to get one? Anchan's family ran a factory, by the way. It's known as Town Factory, and it seems that they manufacture special order-made parts. Anchan works there right now. If Anchan can do it, he might be able to use his connections with other engineers to introduce me to other factories. Anchan looks at the broken parts and the memo.
ダイヤフラムかああいいぞ
Yes. He quickly answered.
手に入ったら連絡する
Thanks, Anchan!
いいって
Anchan raised one hand and turned to leave. Ooh. We have not been in our room before, I think. Right? That's a neat room. Wait, you have a kitchen appliance in your room as well? So you have that in your room, in the dorm, but also the dorm has a full-out kitchen itself? That's nuts. I love it. A bicycle? Or should I say, there is a name for it. Road, whatever. Basically a bicycle. Some wheels at the top. Nice. This is a nice room. Except for maybe the glassy little table. I would not want a glass table, not gonna lie. Thanks to the fact that I was able to meet Anchan, I went back to my room in a good mood. I put my hand on the saddle of the bicycle in the corner of my room. I'm proud to have been able to stand on the podium in front of a body like him.
高そうな自転車ね
Okay. I realized that Kotori was next to me. What you doing here?
さっき一緒に入ってきたの気づいてなかったの
I hadn't realized, no. Do you want something? Without answering my question, Kotori opened the drawer in the desk.
ここね違った
Oh, I know what she's looking for.
こっちかしら
It looks like she's searching for something. Yeah.
ないおかしい絶対持ってるはずなのに
Hmm? What do you mean? There was nothing that I didn't want her to see, so I was unfazed when I questioned her. Huh? What are you doing?
探し物よ見てわかるでしょ
I know, but shouldn't you at least get the consent of the owner of the room?
あなたこそ早く返しなさいよ持ってるのわかってるのよ
Get what?
だから
Apparently she was looking for the withdrawal notice that I picked up before. I know what you're looking for, but I don't think it's in here.
言い方が怪しい絶対持ってるに違いないんだから
Did you say something?
別に
Seems like her search has come to a stop. However, Kotori isn't leaving the room and continues looking around the room.
私男の子の部屋に入るなんて初めて 結構片付いてるのねもっとゴミためみたいなのを想像してた
Oi. Not in mine. I don't have many things. I mean, to be fair, he has quite a bit of things, but anyway. Thanks to that, moving house was easy. Kotori was staring straight at the bike, which gave off a unique presence in my room.
あなた足どうかしたの
I panicked at being asked so frankly. I mean, it's no big deal. Looks like she was listening to my conversation with Anchan. I just had a bit of an injury, but look, it's fine. Kind of. I lightly swing my leg to show her.
転校してきたのはその怪我のせいなの
It's fine, really. Why do you ask?
別になんとなく
I mean, there is no need for you to worry about it.
誰が心配なんてしたのよしてません1ミリたりともしてません
Of course that would drop a reaction like that.
じゃあね、時間の無駄だと。
Kotori makes a straight face and goes back to her room. You're going again tomorrow, aren't you?
Huh?
To the garage. At lunch. I'm not going. Is what it felt like she was going to say.
行くわよ。
Let's go. She answered in panic as she left my room. Looks like I should make 3 lunchboxes this time. Flashbang. That means lesson episode. Extend the little wings which fly in the sky highly. It's the same line every time, I think. Ow. 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 My knee. Oh, my knee. Oh. It's not bending. Actually, it's bent, but it's not straightening right now. Anyway, let's cut it right here, right now. And we will continue tomorrow. Why is this game so good? I like this game so much already. It's nuts. I like it. I can't help it. I like this game. I wonder if it maybe is because of what we play from like H as well. And as you know, H, well, let's face it, there are good games there, but they are, again, like, you could say on a H.io scale. I'm sorry to all the devs. But you know what I mean. Like, a lot of those games are like first-time projects and so on. And over here, definitely, there are more people behind it. Overall, Moe and Novel, basically, they are both dev and publisher. I have a lot of Facebook followers. What the fuck? 20,000 followers on Steam as well. Quite a lot of games on Steam as well already. I would not be surprised if there were even more overall. So maybe before that there were some other projects they worked on as well, right? Anyway, I guess we'll end it for today. The continuation comes tomorrow. Man, I'm really looking forward to continuing the story. I like it so ridiculously much. It's kind of crazy. It's been a while, I think, since I've been kind of... No, to be honest, no. There has been quite a few games which I felt like I'm really into. Well, we played even recently. But this might be the one where I feel like, yes, we finally kind of got a game where I feel like, yep, this is it. This is absolutely it. I hope I'm not saying this way too early, but it just feels like that at the moment. So, as I was about to say, a sky full of stars. We played it. Find it on the channel as well. Entire game is there. But if my heart had wings, will continue tomorrow. Hope you join me there as well. If you enjoyed this video, so consider liking it. Always appreciated by me. Always helpful as well to the channel. And if you're not subscribed yet, consider doing that as well. Also super appreciated. And would love to see you sticking around for longer, basically. That would be super cool. Yeah. With that being said, hope you all have a wonderful day. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.